This book has taught me to overcome fear. Your fear might be related to starting a business or starting a YouTube channel, going out of your comfort zone and networking with people if you're an introvert, or even asking someone on a date. It could also be asking for a raise or a promotion or changing jobs. In this video, I'm going to share some of the biggest lessons that I got from this book with you. I really think this could change your life, and I don't say that easily. Usually I talk about money and investments on this channel, but I also have a strong focus on personal growth. You've probably realized that. This is why I want to share all these lessons with you, because it might help you start investing if that's a fear that you need to overcome, or starting a business, which is probably one of the biggest ways that you can build wealth for yourself. So it describes fear in 3 levels. The first level is the surface level, and that's an easily identifiable fear, which could be the fear of speaking in public, or the fear of starting a business because you're scared it might fail, the fear of asking someone on a date because you're scared of rejection. That's the level 1 fear. Once you've identified your fear or multiple fears, I would encourage you to write it down. The second level of the fear is actually a little bit deeper, and that typically relates to your ego. Everything that you're scared of, you can ultimately link back to your ego. It might be that you're scared of failure, or you're scared of judgment, or even scared of success. Other level 2 fears are the fear of disapproval or rejection or loss of image. And these are all things that your ego is trying to protect you against. Then if you dig a little bit deeper, you will get to the level 3 fear. This is the fear that you won't be able to handle what comes your way. So even if you fail, or you experience disapproval from family or friends, or rejection, you fear that you won't be able to handle it. And the book encourages you to start thinking in a way that you can handle it. Whatever comes your way, you will be able to handle it. So to conquer fear, you need to understand a few truths about fear. The first one is that fear will never go away. It is actually a very positive sign of growth. As long as you stretch your capabilities and you take risks and you chase your dreams, then you will have a certain level of fear, because everything won't be within your comfort zone. Once you start seeing fear in that light, you will realize that having some fear is a very good and healthy thing. The second truth about fear is the only way for it to disappear is for you to confront it. There is no way that you're going to sit on your couch or lie in your bed and think about all of the different scenarios. The only way that you can overcome it is taking the first step and confronting it. Personally, I was really afraid of speaking in front of a live audience. It's not like producing a YouTube video where you can control the production. When you're talking at a live event, you can't shoot a section again and you can't edit something out. And you can also get questions that potentially you can't answer. And this is something that I was really afraid of. The only way that I overcame this fear was by, luckily, someone invited me to go and speak at an event. And I prepared really, really well, because that was really the only thing that I could do that was within my control. After that, I just became so confident to speak in front of a live audience. It allowed me to schedule 3 live events thereafter. And every time the feedback has just been better and my audiences have just been bigger. It really is true. The only way that you can overcome fear is by facing it. So I mentioned a bit earlier that fear is a good sign, and it's a sign that you're going out of your comfort zone. And the book makes a very good point and encourages you to take steps to go out of your comfort zone every single day. I would encourage you after this video to write down something for the next 10 days that you're going to do to go out of your comfort zone. It could be really something simple, like the route that you're going to walk or run tomorrow is going to be a different route. Or you're going to ask your neighbor to take their dog on the walk with you. Anything that's going to stretch your comfort zone a bit, even if it's just in a really simple way. And then try to build up so that by day 10, you're doing something that's much further out of your comfort zone. That could be like scheduling the meeting with your boss that you wanted to ask for a raise or to ask for a promotion. It could mean shooting your first YouTube video, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Just put it out there. This is the only way that you're going to learn and make it better. I would love to hear what you're challenging yourself on and how you're going out of your comfort zone. Please share it in the comments, because I would love to see that this video is helping you. Back to the comfort zone. Here's a comfort zone map, and this is a really good way for you to visualize how your comfort zone is restricting you and how your growth and your learning lies outside of your comfort zone. You'll see that the comfort zone is in the red small circle, and this is where you feel safe and in control. And this is basically where you currently are in your daily life and the things that you do that you're very comfortable with. When you go to the next circle, that's your fear zone. This is where you lack confidence, you make up excuses, and you're afraid of other people's opinions. But once you can get into this fear zone and start facing the fear, you get into the learning zone. Then this is where you get knowledge and new skills and you're willing to take on challenges. Ultimately, this will allow you to go into the growth zone, where you're able to live your dreams, achieve your goals, and find purpose. But as long as you're just staying in the small red circle, there is no way that you're going to grow into the bigger circle. I'm going to bring this back to my YouTube channel again, because I was obviously operating within the safe zone. I was starting with my Instagram channel, putting some videos on there. But making a YouTube video was a next level thing for me, because I needed to prepare something that I can talk at least for 10 minutes on camera for, and then I need to learn how to edit and how to get the lighting right and how to use the camera properly. Now I'm so comfortable that the YouTube videos have almost become my new comfort zone. Now I need to start setting new goals for myself and taking new risks so that I can continuously grow. And once you realize that your comfort zone is actually holding you back, I think it can be a really empowering thing. There are 2 more things that this book mentions that I think is really valuable to know. The first one is your chatterbox, which is what the author Susan Jeffers calls the negative voice in your mind that is constantly reminding you of things that can go wrong, or that you're not enough and you don't have the right skills and you don't have the right experience to succeed in certain things. And you would, if you're an overthinker or you're prone to anxiety, then you would definitely know what this voice is. It's also something that I still very often have. Just before shooting this video, for example, I was thinking of what would people say about these earrings that I'm wearing? Does this color look nice? Just always scared of judgment. I decided to show some personality in this video. As you will see, usually I just wear black. The chatterbox in your mind will honestly always warn you of things that can go wrong and make you question yourself. This is really a voice that steals your confidence. In the book, she mentions different ways that you can tone down your chatterbox. 2 of the things that I took away from this is that you should start talking to yourself in a loving way, and that you should start appreciating the small steps that you're taking and the small achievements that you have, so that you can start building your confidence instead of breaking it down. Also, just take note of this negative voice, and so that you can start separating it in your mind and saying, okay, this is actually just my chatterbox switching on again, and let me switch it off. Let me start thinking more of the positive things, and how can I turn this scenario or this fear into a positive light. The second thing is start keeping a fear journal. Every time that these worries keep you up at night, write them down. For me, this was something like, what if I say something that's wrong on my YouTube channels? And what would the backlash be? I really had an irrational fear around this. She encourages you to write down the fear, keep a journal, and then also rate the fear, like how scared are you out of 10 of this happening? And the third thing to think of, how realistic is this fear? What are the chances of this playing out? And the last thing is, what mitigating factors are you taking to try to decrease the impact of this fear? So for me, it would be doing a lot of research, asking people to review my calculations before I put them on YouTube. I actually asked one of my professors from university to review some of my tax calculations that I used in a video, because I really was so afraid that it's wrong. Keeping this fear journal for me was really eye-opening, because now when I look at this, I realize how many of my fears are completely irrational. And as I develop and grow and get out of my comfort zone, these fears actually disappear. And 9 months down the line, you might look back and laugh at the fears that you have in your journal, because you might see that they were very unrealistic. The book also talks about having a no-win mindset and a no-lose mindset. And this is really something that if you struggle to make decisions or choose between different options, it can be very empowering. Typically, when we face a decision, should I take a new job, or should I quit my job, or should I start a business, we think it has 2 potential outcomes. There is a right outcome and there is a wrong outcome. And we obsess about which one is the right path to choose. This is the no-win model, because you obsess so much about what is right and what is wrong, and usually it just prevents you from making any decision, but also the scenario analysis in your mind will drive you insane. The book encourages you to think of a no-lose model, where whatever you choose and whatever decision you take actually would teach you very valuable skills and give you new experiences and just enrich your life. So whatever you choose, it's much more important to just take the first step and start moving and start growing, rather than obsessing about which one is the right choice. So what I want you to take away from this is that you will be able to handle it, and that you will survive no matter what the outcome is. And that with time, your fears will diminish. If you face up to them, they will disappear. This will allow you to take bigger risks and achieve bigger goals in your life. Whatever happens, just remember that moving forward is so much more important than staying stuck because of fear.